There is a very specific type of silence that you have been hearing lately, a low-frequency hum that seems to sit right behind your ears, creating a sense of pressure that has nothing to do with the weather or your physical health. You might be walking down a busy street or sitting in a meeting surrounded by people talking, yet you feel as though you are observing the scene through a thick pane of glass. This sensation is not dissociation, and it is certainly not a mental decline. So please stop worrying that you are losing your grip on reality, because the truth is quite the opposite. You are waking up, specifically those of you born between October 23rd and November 21st, to a reality that the rest of the world has not yet accessed. Before we untangle this complex web of energy, I want to introduce myself properly to anyone new here. I am Madam Tina, and for over 25 years, I have been reading the charts of the lost and the found, translating the ancient language of the stars into maps for the soul. I do not deal in fluff or fairy tales. I deal in the raw mechanics of destiny, and I am telling you right now that you must stay for this entire reading, because we are going to explain why 2026 is the year your life finally makes sense. If you leave now, you might continue thinking your current discomfort is a permanent state, when in reality, it is just growing pains. The first major characteristic of this transformation is what I call the timeline lag. You are currently living with one foot in the present moment and one foot firmly planted in the energy of late 2026. This creates a friction that manifests as a feeling of being rushed even when you are sitting still. You have this nagging sense that there is somewhere you need to be or something you have forgotten to do, but when you look at your to-do list, everything is checked off. This happens because your soul has already upgraded its operating system to handle the massive influx of power coming your way, but your physical circumstances are still loading. You are essentially a high-performance engine sitting in a garage that is too small, and the vibration of the engine is rattling the walls. This is why you might find yourself staring at a wall for 20 minutes, completely blank, or feeling a sudden surge of adrenaline at 3 in the morning. Your internal clock is syncing with a future event, and this synchronization process requires a massive amount of psychic energy, leaving you feeling simultaneously wired and exhausted. This leads directly into the second characteristic, which is a profound and often misunderstood emotional detachment. In the past 3 years, you have likely felt your emotions cooling down in a way that might scare you. You are a water sign, known for your depth and intensity. So when you suddenly stop reacting to things that used to make you explode, it feels unnatural. You might look at a family drama or a crisis at work that would have previously kept you up for nights on end, and now you just shrug. You might worry that you are becoming heartless or cold, but let me reassure you that this is not apathy. This is strategic conservation. The universe is forcing you to withdraw your energy from petty conflicts because you are going to need every ounce of that power for the creation phase that begins in 2026. You are no longer willing to leak your vitality into situations that yield no return. It is a spiritual economizing, a tightening of the belt regarding where you spend your care. We must also talk about the specific astrological pressure cooker you have been living in. With the movement of slow-moving planets affecting the fixed signs, your fundamental identity is being pulverized. This sounds violent, but think of it like grinding wheat to make flour. The wheat has to be destroyed to become something capable of sustaining life. You are losing the labels you used to define yourself. Maybe you were the reliable one, or the intense one, or the healer. Those titles are falling off because they are too small for who you are becoming. This loss of identity can feel like grief. You might catch yourself mourning the person you were 5 years ago, missing their naivety or their blind optimism. Allow that grief to move through you without trying to fix it. You are not meant to go back to who you were. That version of you survived the war, but this new version of you is being built to rule the kingdom. The detachment you feel is simply the space between who you were and who you are becoming. And right now, that space feels empty, but I promise you it will not remain empty for long. This brings us to a sensation that I know you have been battling in secret, which is a heaviness in your bones that sleep simply does not cure. This is the third characteristic, a phenomenon often described as soul fatigue. It is not just that you are tired from working or managing your household. It is that you are exhausted from the effort it takes to translate your existence to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. For years, you have been the one in your circle who sees the truth behind the lies, the one who spots the danger before it arrives. And carrying that level of perception is incredibly draining. You have been the black sheep, not because you are bad, but because you refuse to pretend that the wolf is a grandmother. This fatigue is a signal from your spirit guides that you have reached capacity. You can no longer carry the emotional luggage of your parents, your partners, or your friends. The exhaustion is a boundary that your body is setting because your mind was too polite to set it verbally. It is forcing you to stop, to lay down, and to say no, simply because you do not have the energy to say yes. As this fatigue sets in, it triggers the fourth characteristic, which is a violent intolerance for inauthenticity. In the past, you might have been able to smile through a boring dinner party or nod politely while someone lied to your face just to keep the peace. Those days are gone. As we approach the energy of 2026, your physical body has become a lie detector. When you are in the presence of someone who is fake, manipulative, or out of alignment with their words, you might feel physically ill. I am talking about headaches, nausea, or a sudden overwhelming need to flee the room. This is your intuition bypassing your logical brain. Your logic might say, "Oh, be nice, they are trying their best," but your gut is screaming, "Get out." You must start listening to this physical rejection. It is your guidance system protecting you from entering contracts or relationships that will ultimately drain you. The time for being polite at the expense of your own truth is over. If a conversation feels like chewing on aluminum foil, you have every right to end it. This internal rejection of the fake leads to the fifth characteristic, which is an urge to purge your physical environment that borders on obsession. You might find yourself looking at your furniture, your clothes, or even the color of your walls with a sudden disdain. That chair in the corner where you sat and cried over a breakup years ago? You suddenly want to take an axe to it. The clothes in your closet that represent the professional version of you that you hate? You want to burn them. This is not just spring cleaning. This is a ritualistic clearing of stagnant energy. You are instinctively preparing a landing strip for your future self. You know on a subconscious level that the new you cannot live in a museum of your past traumas. You need empty space. You need air. If you feel the urge to donate half your belongings or move to a completely different neighborhood, do not suppress it. This is the nesting instinct of the phoenix before it bursts into flame. You are making room for new abundance, new love, and a new vibration that literally cannot fit into your current cluttered reality. I want to pause here for just a moment because I can feel the energy of what we are discussing settling into your heart. If you found yourself nodding along, realizing that you aren't crazy for wanting to throw out half your house or for feeling that deep bone tiredness, then you are already part of this shift. I would love to invite you to officially join our circle. You don't need to sign a contract, just click that subscribe button so we can keep finding each other in this vast digital ocean. And leave me a note below. Tell me what you are ready to throw out, whether it's an old couch or an old habit. I read your stories, and they honestly keep me going. It is a beautiful thing to know we aren't walking this path alone. Now that we have cleared the space, we must address the sixth characteristic, which is a radical and non-negotiable audit of your relationships. This is perhaps the most painful part of the transformation, but it is also the most necessary. For a long time, Scorpio energy has been associated with a certain type of loyalty that borders on self-destruction. You have a tendency to fall in love with potential rather than reality, seeing the wounded bird and thinking your love is the medicine that will make it fly. But the energy of 2026 brings a harsh light to these dynamics. You will realize that some people do not want to fly, they want to be carried. You are going to look at the people around you, friends you have known for decades, family members, perhaps even a partner, and you will ask yourself a terrifying question. Do I actually like who I am when I am with this person? The answer for many of these connections will be no. You will see clearly that you have been serving as a battery pack for energy vampires who feed on your vitality while criticizing your intensity. This realization will lead to silence. You will stop initiating the text messages. You will stop planning the outings. You will stop offering the free therapy sessions you have been giving for years. And when you stop doing the work, you will see who remains. It is likely that many people will fall away, drifting out of your life because the only thing holding the connection together was your effort. Do not chase them. Let them go. This is the universe removing the anchors that would otherwise hold you back from the elevation coming in the next year. It might feel lonely at first, but there is a distinct difference between being alone and being lonely. This solitude is protected space. It is the chrysalis phase. You are reclaiming your sovereignty. You are learning that your energy is a currency, and you have been spending it like a billionaire when you should have been investing it like a wise mogul. This clearing of the social deck makes way for the 7th characteristic, the arrival of soul tribe connections. However, and this is crucial, there will be a gap. There will be a period of time between the exit of the old crowd and the arrival of the new. During this gap, you must learn to be your own best company. The new people entering your life in late 2026 will not be project interactions. They will be equals. These are people who speak your language of depth without needing a dictionary. They are not intimidated by your silence or your stare. But to match their frequency, you must be fully autonomous. You cannot be looking for a savior or a project. You must be whole. These coming connections are based on mutual respect and shared mission, not trauma bonding. You will find that you don't have to explain yourself to them. They just get it. It will feel like exhaling after holding your breath for a lifetime. The 8th characteristic involves a complete restructuring of your professional life and your sense of purpose. The frustration you have felt in your career over the last few years is not because you are incompetent. It is because you have outgrown the systems you are trying to work within. You have a mind that solves problems in 4D while your bosses are still thinking in 2D. You are seeing inefficiencies and solutions that others are blind to, and being told to stay in your lane is crushing your spirit. The shift coming in 2026 is pushing you toward innovation and autonomy. For many of you, this means the end of working for someone else's dream. The urge to start your own business, consultancy, or creative endeavor is not a whim. It is a directive. Your crazy ideas are actually the blueprints for the future. The things you have been criticized for, your obsessive research, your need for control, your intense focus, are the exact traits that will make you successful when you are the one holding the reins. As we move toward the culmination of this reading, we arrive at the 9th characteristic, which creates the foundation for your future wealth: abundance through uniqueness. There is a very strong indication that your financial breakthrough will not come from following a traditional path or doing what everyone else is doing. It will come from the weirdest, most specific niche of your personality. Think about the topics you can talk about for 3 hours without stopping. Think about the skills you have that you think are useless because they don't fit into a corporate job description. That is your gold mine. The world is changing rapidly, and the old gatekeepers are losing their keys. We are entering an era where authenticity is the most valuable commodity. Your ability to investigate, to understand human psychology, to handle crisis, or to deal with taboo subjects is exactly what the market will be hungry for. You are being asked to bet on yourself, to build your own door instead of waiting for someone to open one for you. It feels risky, yes, but the greater risk is staying in a box that is slowly suffocating you. Finally, the 10th characteristic is a collapse of time and the birth of radical self-love. You have spent so much of your life waiting for the other shoe to drop, constantly scanning the horizon for the next disaster. This hypervigilance has kept you living in a hypothetical future of doom. The spiritual shift of 2026 anchors you firmly in the now. You will find that your anxiety about the future begins to dissolve, replaced by a deep trust in your ability to handle whatever comes. This is the ultimate form of self-love. It is not bubble baths and chocolate. It is self-trust. It is knowing that you are the strategist, the warrior, and the magician all rolled into one. You stop looking for external validation because you realize that the people you were seeking validation from do not have your vision. You become your own permission slip. You start to look in the mirror and actually like the person looking back, not because they are perfect, but because they are formidable. You are moving into a phase of life where you are the author, not the character being written by circumstances. The pain of the last few years was the ink, and now you are ready to write the masterpiece. You are realizing that your sensitivity was never a weakness. It was a radar system that just needed calibration. Your intensity was never too much. It was just too much for people who had no capacity for depth. You are stepping into a power that is calm, quiet, and absolutely undeniable. The storm you feared is not coming to destroy you. The storm is inside you, and you are learning how to harness the lightning to power your own world. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying with me through this deep dive. Your presence here is not an accident. It is a divine appointment. You are ready for this, or you wouldn't have heard this message today. I want to ask you one last time to please subscribe and join our family if this resonated with you. Your energy makes this community stronger, and I truly value every single one of you who shows up here. Now don't stop here. The universe has more to whisper to you. Please click on the video appearing on your screen right now. It is the next key to unlocking the destiny that is waiting for you. I will see you there, my friend. Keep trusting your magic.